Hello and welcome to Math 126, Pre-Calculus 1 online. This is section 1002 and 1003 for summer of 2015. My name is Jeff Downs. My email address, jeffrey.downs@wnc.edu. Homepage is there. Don't use it so much anymore. Everything's in Canvas, and Canvas gets updated all the time by me. So cell phone is right there. Only call it if you need it. But anyway, I'm not going to. It's there to be used if it needs to be used. Don't really have an office hour or office this summer because it's summertime and it's an online class. So Math 96, or 3 units of high school mathematics, is the prerequisite. Of course, you all know that because you're here. And looking at the numbers, we're full, which is pretty cool. Course description provides a third course in algebra. Topics include polynomial, rational, and radical equations, absolute value and quadratic inequalities, relations and functions, linear, quadratic, polynomial, exponential, and logarithmic functions, their graphs and applications, and systems of equations. Upon completion of this course, successful students should be able to do the following: solve polynomial, radical, and rational equations, solve absolute value and quadratic inequalities, identify functions and find inverse functions, graph, find slopes and equations of linear functions and use them in models. You should already know how to do that one though. Sketch the graphs of basic functions and transformations of them. You might know how to do that one already too. Graph polynomial, exponential, and logarithmic equations. That's the fun ones, logarithmic functions, and use them in models and solve systems of equations and inequalities, not necessarily linear. So, transferability within Nevada. This course is designed to apply toward a WNC degree and or transfer to other schools within the Nevada system of higher education, depending on the degree chosen and other courses completed. It may transfer to colleges and universities outside Nevada. For information about how this course can transfer and apply to your program of study, please contact a counselor. Linkage to the college mission: apply mathematical analytical problem solving skills through the use of polynomial, exponential, and logarithmic functions, the application of systems of equations, and the application of matrices. Provide instruction that contributes to a student's ability to think critically and solve problems, to reason mathematically, and apply computational skills. Textbook is Pre-Calculus 2nd edition by Paul Sison and the Hawks Learning System. You have some options there. You can get the book by itself. You can get the book bundled with the online software. You can get the ebook. You can get the ebook with the online. So you have a lot of choices. Now, if you want to do your homework or exams online, you must get the online access. So the supplies: you have to have a textbook of some type, either paper or online ebook. Calculator: I recommend the TI-89, especially if you're going to go on in math. You can also use the TI-83, 84. They work wonderfully. Another one I've seen people use is Casio, and I'm going to say this: you can use a Casio. I really can't help you much with the Casio. I'm a TI guy, so I can help with the TIs, but not with the Casios. So here's the grade breakdown. ABCDEF is a pretty standard and has the points in there as well. So you have one midterm at 200 points, minimum of 10 postings at 10 points for a maximum of 100 points. Because you could do 11 postings, you could do more, but you have to have 10 postings. 5 chapters at 40 points each. Quizzes are 10 at 10 points each for 100. Now there are 11 quizzes, but I take the top 10 quizzes. Final exam 1 at 200 points for a total of 800 points. So there's going to be a midterm. You may take a paper exam or an online exam. Online exams are through Hawks Learning System and may be repeated to improve the grade. Paper exams are downloaded, worked, scanned as a single PDF file, and uploaded in Canvas. I really don't want 15 pages of JPEG that I have to do all the work to reorient them and make them all the right size and put them into a Word file. That's really got to be on you. So if you have a problem with doing that, you can always go to one of the campuses. They can scan the file. They can scan your exam and make it a PDF and send it right to me from the copier. It's real simple. So if that's a problem for you, feel free to go to one of the campuses and have help. Paper exams may only be taken once, but the student may choose to improve the grade with an online exam. Paper exams have the advantage, though, of being able to get partial credit where the online exams cannot get partial credit. The due date for the midterm is July 3rd, 2015. Paper exams must be in my possession by that date. The midterm is worth 200 points. Okay. If it's not going to work to either email it or upload it in Canvas, please let me know and we could try to figure something else out. But what I need to have is that test in my possession by that date. We could look at a fax number too, possibly. The course ID for the online work is Math 126 Summer 2015. It's all set up inside of Hawk's Learning System. So if you're going to go online, you go to WNCC PRC, or is it WNC PRC, and then you are able to get in there, get set up in the class. Discussions. You must provide at least 10 postings in the discussion board. The postings must be substantive and not simply say I agree. You can either ask a question from our material or you can answer a question. Your first posting should be an introduction about yourself. There is a possible 100 points for the discussion postings. Now this is the grade that gets most people. They'll do everything else. And they look, I got a B in the class or I got an A in the class. And then they won't do discussion postings. It's an easy part of the grade, very easy part of the grade. And they end up really frustrated at the end of the semester. It's like, well, it's not fair. I'm like, hey, it's in the syllabus. I explain it in this video. It's in the syllabus. Do your discussions. You could get your 10 discussions done in the first week if you really wanted to. So 10 postings. And you could do even math jokes. I'll take that as a posting because it helps build the community of the online class. So like I said, 11 quizzes, the top 10 count for the grade. Final exam, same as the midterm. You can do it online or on paper. Either way, it's going to be due July 31st, 2015. And the maximum of 200 points possible. So attendance, no real attendance, it's an online class, but you are expected to keep pace with the course. This is an 8-week course. We're covering basically in half the time of a normal semester, and this is a lot. In a regular semester, this class is a lot. We're covering 5 full chapters. So you're going to be on your game. You're going to keep up with this. You're going to do well. And if you need to do something else with exams, please arrange it with me now. Don't wait till the day the exam is due and say, oh, well, I had to go to Seattle for work or something like that. Okay, ethics statement. No cheating of any kind will be tolerated. Any student caught cheating, attempting to cheat, or assisting in the cheating of another student will be expelled from the class with a failing grade. Grade appeals can be made to the director, Scott Morrison. There's his email address. Disability statement. Western Nevada College is committed to providing reasonable accommodations for all persons with disabilities. This syllabus is available in alternate formats upon request. Students with disabilities, if you are seeking classroom accommodations under the American Disabilities Act, you are required to register with Disability Support Services. They're located in Cedar 209 on the Carson campus. The phone number and email are there. To receive academic accommodations for this class, please obtain the proper forms and meet with me at the beginning of the semester. So if you need something else going on, pretty much what they accommodate, everything is given in this class situation, the way it's structured. So, but if you need some kind of accommodation, please let me know. Here's the important list of dates, the college dates. But down here is the really important part, is our schedule. So if you look at this, we're having 2 quizzes many weeks. We have 2 quizzes. Now, Chapter 1 is Math 96. It is a review. And you know this material, you've seen this material, you may have forgotten this material, but it's what you should have learned in Math 96. So if you hadn't learned it in 96, shame on your teacher, haha. But you're going to get it now, and we keep on moving. You know, this 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 3, 1, 4, not simple stuff. It is work. 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8, that's a lot. And so that quiz, I mean, you're going to be working all weekend if you're not familiar with this material. Chapter 2, we're going to get into some graphing, so it's not going to be as intense there, and we get to do circles. But look at that. Within the first 2 weeks, we're done with 2 chapters. Then we have Chapter 3 to cover. Then we have a midterm. Then we have 4, 5, and then a final. So it kind of slows down, but this work in Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 gets a little deeper. And here, excuse me, here is what each quiz covers. Now the quizzes are all taken in Canvas, so you'll see them in Canvas and click on them. And in Canvas too, you have all the modules. So you need to take a look around Canvas. You're going to see the modules. You'll see all the links to my videos, all the lessons, all the information is there. So please take advantage of that. And something else to take advantage of on the midterm and final. I have practice midterms and finals loaded. They are longer than the actual midterm and final, but I select questions from that and change the numbers. So if you can master that practice midterm and final, you will do well in the actual thing. So, okay, well that's about it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.